Hey, everybody. Happy day, happy life, happy journey. I say that while we are building up a little steam here, people checking in, checking on, saying hello. Good to see everybody. Thank you for joining us. It's Thursday and it's time for Walking the Path. And so we say happy life, happy day, happy journey. No matter what the appearances are, we say happy day, happy life, happy journey. Why is that? Well, there's an underlying assumption that it's all good. We know that it's all good because there's one truth that we know. And this one truth is that life can't go against itself. Life can't contradict itself. Life can't destroy itself. That's the first law of thermodynamics. The energy is neither created nor destroyed, but transferred or conveyed into different forms. So it's not created and not destroyed. It can't destroy itself. So it has to be good. It has to be expansive. It has to be progressive. Right? So we know that intellectually. And then what happens when your back's against the wall? What happens when life isn't as good as everybody else's Facebook posts or Instagram or TikTok or whatever the hell you're watching, right? That's the point of this talk today is what happens when your back's against the wall. Because, if you look on any social media today at anybody's life, everybody's having a great time. Everybody's life is great. Everybody's life is so good, and they're taking pictures to show you how good it is, right? And everybody like me, I get up here every week, sometimes twice a week, and tell you about all these great things to do, spiritual ideas and principles. And well, today's real talk day. Today's real talk day because, I'm having one of those moments. And so I thought today, I don't really have any prepared notes. I've been thinking about what I was going to say today. And I thought it would just be real to say, I'm having one of those days when it's hard to walk that path. But that's part of the path. I'm having one of those days when I'm feeling separate. I'm feeling apart from that good, which I know is already here. And all the stuff that I know intellectually, all the spiritual tools, all the breath work. Like I was looking up, what do you do when people are like, do breath work, meditate, go for a walk? Like, yeah, I don't want to do none of that. Like, so I wanted to come today and just be real with you. Let you know that I'm going through it too. And it's not always, unicorns and rainbows over here. I think sometimes we think and people put themselves up to be, on this pedestal, not even a pedestal, but like, I'm leading you. I got something to say that you want to hear, right? But what's really valuable, what will be really valuable for me when I'm listening to somebody, is they talked about the times when they weren't that ideal, when they didn't have all the answers, when they didn't know what to do, and they didn't feel like doing any of the shit that people tell you to do. What do? First thing I thought of was it's just like a ceremony, right? Isn't life a ceremony? It's just like a ceremony. When you're in ceremony and there's no return, you've already drank the tea. You can't go back. You can't take it out. So you're just going to have to go through, right? You're just going to have to go through it. You're going to have to go into it. The more we resist that, the tougher that ceremony is going to be. So in this moment, there are some things that came up. Like, yeah, maybe I didn't want to do this today. I'm trying to get someone to do it for me. I thought I actually got someone to do it for me. And as I was making the final calls to make that arrangement, Spirit said, no, baby. You're doing this. And I listened. I said, okay, well, I don't know what to say. Spirit said, all right, just get up there. All right. So I called my dear friend who said that they would sit in for me today. And I told her, thank you so much, but I'm going to do this. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that you've got to do is just be, right? So yes, I believe in breath work. Yes, I believe in meditation. Yes, I believe in affirmative prayer. Yes, I believe in sacred study. Yes, I believe in reaching out to people. But guess what? I did that. I reached out to people, and every time I got on the phone, hey, I'm feeling this way. Could you really use a little help? Then they started talking, and I'd be like, yeah, I gotta go. Click. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. Thank you. I don't want to hear it. What do? I gotta be with it. I gotta be with it. I gotta just sit with it. And so this is what I wanted to share with you today. Just like a ceremony, breathe into it and be with it. All right, I don't feel like doing that. All right, don't feel like doing that. It's all right. I don't feel like doing breath work. Okay. I don't feel like meditating. Okay. Okay. Can you just be with that? That's what I'm saying to myself. Can I just be with that? That's the intention, is to be present, fully present to whatever is going on, fully present to how I'm feeling. The healing is the feeling. The healing of whatever it is that's coming up within me is the feeling of that. And if that is feeling like, I just want to sit and stare at the wall, that's about all I feel like doing right now, then that's it. There's something there. Either we believe that everything is unfolding for our best and highest individual and collective good, or it's not. It can't be sort of unfolding for our good. It's either all unfolding for our good or it's not. So if I'm feeling this way and I'm not wanting to do this, then it's all good. It's all good. You know, that is one piece that I think is so important. The next piece is, I've heard and I've said it myself so many times, don't get caught in self-recrimination. Guilt, shame, worry, doubt, all that stuff, right? Cool, good to say, good to say. But it's hard to get out of the guilt and shame for past actions when there could be some serious reverberations from those actions. So is it denial? Just, I'm going to get out, no, I'm not feeling guilty or shameful. No, for me right now, it's being with all of it. Just allowing it to be just as it is. Just as it is. Because there can't be anything other than goodness unfolding no matter what the appearance is. So if I'm not feeling like doing my practices today, if I'm feeling separate today, maybe that's the way. Maybe that's the healing of it. The other principle that we talk about at Rhythmia consistently, and is such a truth principle, is what's coming is going. What's coming is going. It's coming up to be healed. So if I'm feeling this today, if I'm feeling this deep separation, this sorrow, this sadness, this I don't wanna, this sense of sadness, then it's coming up to be healed. It doesn't feel that way right now. It feels like I'm just in a bunch of shit. But I know that what's coming is going. What's coming up is coming to be healed. So that's another great principle from ceremony. How can we apply what we learn in ceremony to real life? That's it. Remember, whatever my experience is, it's not sticking around. It's coming to go. So that allows me to then just be with it. Just to allow it to be, to allow myself to feel this. Sometimes we got to push through. There were some things I just pushed through this week. We just get this done. Okay. And today, it's this lingering feeling of feeling separate, feeling in a dark tunnel. You know, I've been trying to push through and resist it. That hasn't got me out of the tunnel. So that was a recognition today. I'm just going to allow it. It's coming to go. So let me go into that dark tunnel so that it can go. That's what I'm talking about. So these moments when your back's against the wall, these are deeply transformational moments in life. When this feeling is so heavy, when you're feeling heavy, when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling separate, when you're feeling lonely, when you're feeling depressed, when you're feeling like you just can't do it, when you're feeling like, I give up, my back's against the wall. That is transformational. Why? Because those are the moments when we stop relying on our ego. Those are the moments when we stop relying on our little s self, our little ass self, and rely on the big S self, the higher self, the one self to carry us. So that's the one thing I know through this right now is Spirit's carrying me in all sorts of ways I don't even know. Can I just be with it? Can I allow myself to feel this instead of trying to bypass it? Can I feel what I'm feeling? Because that in that feeling, in that allowing, in that bucket, my back's against the wall, I can't do this anymore, that's the transformation. That's when we finally are broken down all of the egoic structures that have protected us. But it's like a chicken and the egg, right? That ego structure is like the egg. And everything's cool in my egg. But all of a sudden I'm growing. And also I'm eliminating some things. And so the egg's starting to smell a little bit. The gases are starting to get bad. It's getting a little crowded here. Everything would be great if my egg just got a little bigger. But no, that chick's got to break through. It's got to break through. And they think, oh, bigger egg on the outside. But what's on the outside? Whew, the sky. Bigger than I could imagine. Well, right now, I'm in the egg. It's getting smelly and a little cramped. And that's when your back's against the wall. That's when you have to rely on something in my nature that's going to start pecking at that shell so that I can break through. This is the message today. Just wanted to share real talk with you, right? Again, people get up on Facebook, on Instagram. You see their posts, and everybody's life is great. They're sailing, they're paddleboarding with the dolphins, they're doing all this stuff, and you're sitting there going, "Well, I feel like shit. My life sucks." So this is the intention here, is to be as authentic as possible and say that no matter who you are, no matter where you are on your spiritual path, sometimes it just feels like I can't go on. What is that old song? Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. They're like, oh Lord, you feel so alone, right? Those are the moments when you stop relying on the ego, when you stop relying on your small self, on that self that says, I got it, I'll make it happen, I'll push through, I can do it. Those are all good things. But sometimes, finally, when that currency is exhausted, that's when a greater current can move through. So stand with me and know that it's moving through me, it's moving through you, no matter what the appearances are. That's why we have to just trust. We have to trust what's coming is going. It's like a ceremony. I can't resist it. I've got to just go through it. What I'm feeling now. It's good to do the practices, but even if you don't feel like doing the practices, don't. Just be. Be with your feelings. Feel the feeling. The feeling is the healing. And then when you feel sometimes like you just can't go on anymore and your back's against the wall, that's when you just remember hearing this, that's the most transformational moment. This is the moment of transformation. This is the moment when I stop relying on that limited source of power and rely on a limitless source of power, the source of all power, and know that it's right here carrying us through. Well, I think that's what I have to say today. I'm really bummed about this new Facebook Live setup because I can't see any comments. I don't know what y'all are saying, but I appreciate it. I do go back and look at it later, afterwards. And so I just want to thank you, send you peace and blessings, knowing that you are well, knowing that I'm well, knowing that it's all well, and that there is a presence that is never absent, that is always, always, always seeking to support us through anything that we're going through. It's coming to get healed. Whatever's coming up, it's coming to go. So we're just going to be with it and know that it's all good, no matter what. All right. Peace and richest blessings. Thank you. God bless you all.